discuss from NCERT book, class 12th, part 1, chapter 3, electrochemistry, page number 83, section 3.5, and the name of the topic is electrolytic cell, electrolysis and Faraday's law of electrolysis. To understand this, let me draw two electrolytic cells. Let this be one cell, let this be another cell, and here impure copper, say impure copper, rod is taken, and this is pure copper rod. The pure one is connected with negative terminal, so we'll make it all together. Let this be impure aluminium, and let this be pure aluminium. Now the cathode, I am connecting it with negative, and anode I am connecting with positive. And let me put electrolyte in this. Say I have put copper sulfate as electrolyte here, CuSO4, and here I have taken AlSO4, Al2SO4 whole thrice solution. They are the electrolytes. Now what will happen when current will pass? Then copper 2 plus ions will take 2 electrons from the cathode and will deposit at cathode, and the impure copper will keep on supplying Cu2 plus to the copper sulfate solution. In this way pure copper can be obtained. In this case, if I take aluminum sulfate solution, and if this is negative terminal, this is negative terminal, then aluminum ions will take 3 electrons and will form aluminum metal. So this aluminum ions from aluminum sulfate, and the aluminum rod will start becoming thinner and thinner and will start giving aluminum ions to aluminum sulfate. So these two electrolytic reactions are taking place simultaneously, in which same quantity of charge is passed through for same amount of time. So in such condition, Faraday's law of electrolysis is given. So this is one electrolytic cell, this is another electrolytic cell. What is happening here? Electrolysis is taking place. From copper sulfate solution, it is forming Cu2 plus and SO4 2 minus, and Cu2 plus is taking 2 electron to become Cu here, and Al3 plus is taking 3 electrons to form Al here. So this reduction is taking place. Now here I have shown you electrolysis as well as the two electrolytic cells. So this case I have taken so that I can clarify both the laws of Faraday's law of electrolysis. According to Faraday's law of electrolysis, the first law is the extent of electrochemical or electrolytic reaction which takes place is proportional to the quantity of electricity, that means charge, passed through it. Let the amount of copper deposited be equal to Cw and let the weight of aluminum deposited be WAL. Then WCU will be proportional to the charge passed, and charge passed is common for both because they are coming from the same source of electricity. Also, we know that charge Q is equal to I into T, where I is current and T is time. Similarly, WAL will be proportional to Q and Q is same for both. So we can write for WQ also we can write WCU is proportional to I into T. To equate it we can write WCU will be equal to Z into I into T, such that Z is equal to WCU when I is equal to 1 ampere and T is equal to 1 second. So simple. Also, Z is equal to W by Q. That means weight deposited per unit charge passed through the circuit. Similarly, we can write, this will be for Cu. Similarly, we can write WAL will be equal to ZAL into IT. So IT can be written as both WCU by ZCU. Also IT can be written as WAL by ZAL. Since IT is equal to IT, so we can write WCU by WAL is equal to ZCU by ZAL, where Z is nothing but electrochemical equivalent, where Z is electrochemical equivalent. What is the meaning of electrochemical equivalent? Electrochemical equivalent means Z is equal to that weight deposited when current passed is equal to 1 ampere and time for which the current is passed is equal to 1 second. So such kind of charge is 1 coulomb charge. 1 ampere into 1 second is 1 coulomb. So Z is equal to W when charge passed is equal to 1 coulomb. Z is equal to W. Z is equal to W when Q is equal to 1. or I and T is equal to unity. So from this we get Faraday's second law of electrolysis. According to this, Faraday's second law of electrolysis says amount of mass deposited at cathode due to reduction is directly proportional to the electrochemical equivalent of the metal or element. So these are the two laws of Faraday's law of electrolysis. This can be better understood if you will solve one problem. So let us pick one problem from page number 84. Refer to page number 84. There is one numerical and the name of and the number of the question is question number 3.10. The question says that in a solution of copper sulfate, 1.5 ampere current is passed for 10 minutes. Question is how much Cu, that means copper, is deposited. As I had shown you earlier that copper 2 plus takes 2 electrons to form Cu0. It is clear that it takes 1 mole Cu2 plus takes 2 farad charge to form 63 gram of copper or 1 mole of copper. So this 2 farad charge will be equal to how much? 2 into 96487 coulomb corresponds to 63 gram. So 1 coulomb will correspond to 63 divided by 2 into 96487 gram, and this will be coulomb. But charge passed is equal to, but Q is equal to I into T. Charge passed is equal to I into T will be equal to 1.5 ampere into 10 minutes into 60 seconds. So this will be equal to 900 coulomb. So 900 coulomb will correspond to, if 1 coulomb corresponds to this much, so 900 coulomb will correspond to 63 gram by 2 into 96487 coulomb multiplied by 900 coulomb, and this will be cancelled. This will be equal to 0 0.2938 gram. So this was all about the concept in section 3.5 about electrolytic cell and electrolysis and Faraday's law of electrolysis. The first law says that the extent of chemical reaction or electrolytic reaction which takes place is proportional to the quantity of electricity or charge passed through it. That means if mass, by using law of mass action, amount of mass deposited is equal to the extent of reaction takes place. So WCU is proportional to the charge passed, and WCU is proportional to charge is equal to Q into IT, and WCU will be equal to proportionality constant ZCU of IT, where Z is equal to W when I and T is equal to 1. So Z is also called as electrochemical equivalent. It is also called as electrochemical equivalent and is equal to, it is equivalent, so it is equal to W when Q is equal to 1 or I and T is equal to unity. So WAL will be equal to ZAL into IT. Similarly, just like WCU, both the value of IT and IT are same. So if IT is equal to this much and IT is equal to this much, so both can be equated, and hence we will get the ratio of the mass deposited is equal to the ratio of their corresponding electrochemical equivalent, and hence we can write second law of Faraday's law of electrolysis is the amount of mass deposited at cathode due to reduction is directly proportional to electrochemical equivalents of the metal or the element. That's it.